Well, this morning, a true crime mystery. Our I-team spent months piecing together a cold case involving a Fort Worth woman and the night that she disappeared. I-team producer Kelsey Mattower joining us now. And Kelsey, first off, tell us about this case and specifically the night that's in question here.
Well, we'll start with the people first, right? Like the woman we're talking about, her name's Typhenie Johnson.
Yeah.
This is October of 2016. She was 25. She was living in an apartment in East Fort Worth with her brother. And then the other main character is her ex-boyfriend at the time. His name was Revill. They had broken up a few months prior to that, but they had still been kind of going back and forth. And so that's really the three. I mean, it's them two, and then we focus on the brother and the family and all that. And
again, we know that you and the I-team have, of course, been working on this for the last couple of months or so. So let's take a look at this.
They went to the Kalmar court address, which is where the defendant was living with his parents. And in the backyard, they discovered some clothing items that were Typhenie's. There was a camisole there and some other items. And we were able to identify that camisole as something that she was wearing earlier in the day.
They found a bra. They found a white men's undershirt, his smartwatch, or a watch.
And a men's bracelet.
And a bracelet. And so we believe that he left the apartment, came to the house, did something, and went back.
What was interesting to me in the backyard was you had all this stuff, and it was like, it wasn't like in like a pile. It wasn't like we came out and there was just like stuff. It was actually like piece throughout the backyard leading up to the back fence.
The property in the backyard connected both the defendant and Typhenie to that location. What it indicated is that he had done something to her in the backyard, something that aided his purpose of, in essence, disappearing her.
But if you take somebody, what in the hell am I going to take them home for? Like, you take this person home, like, are you serious?
Well, Typhenie disappeared in 2016, so the case is nearly a decade old now. So, Kelsey, tell us, how did you piece all of this together?
Yeah, it's obviously not very old, but 9 years. And so a lot of time has passed. The original detective on it has retired, but that's really where we started. We started with the police who were there on the scene that day, and then the police officers who are still to this day picking up the case, trying to put fresh eyes on it, figure it out. And then we also talked to the prosecutors who prosecuted Revill for Typhenie's aggravated kidnapping, because that's really what happened. Was 1 minute she was there, and then the next minute she wasn't. She was last seen with her ex-boyfriend. And then we also talked to searchers. I mean, there are people who have searched for her, volunteers searching.
Imagine.
Yeah, for 9 years.
Wow. Well, after going through all of that, I mean, what stood out to you the most in this case?
So it really comes down to this. It's roughly a 90-minute period that Revill is kind of unaccounted for, or they don't really know what he was doing. So they were together at the apartment complex, and then when her brother came down, they were gone. The police know that he went to his parents' house because that's where he was staying. They have surveillance video of him going to the house, and then he was in the backyard. His parents were home. He was in the backyard for about 45 minutes. They're not sure what he was doing, and then he leaves again. It takes about 20 minutes to get from one place to the other, but it took him about 45 minutes. And so they've got this time period where they're like not really sure what was going on. But he was convicted of her aggravated kidnapping. So what we really look at is, where did she go? I mean, legally he kidnapped her, but then like, where is she now? And then there's a second woman that actually ended up linked, disappeared. She disappeared and she was linked to Revill. So we look into that as well.
Kelsey Mattower joining us from the I-team. Kelsey, we know that you and the I-team are, of course, going to stay on top of this. Thank you for bringing us the latest on that cold case. To watch the full documentary, head to CBS News Texas YouTube channel, where we've posted the full video there, too, as well.